They're crude, they're rude, and they are obnoxious. I'm talking about people who snort loud, correct how you speak. They embarrass you in public. You know these people, don't you? It may sound like your worst date, but I bet that I'm describing somebody in your family. You all know the one relative that just gets under your skin. Well, today, I'm going to teach you how to deal with your most annoying family members. We've all got them, so listen up, because it's time to get even. All right? Now, my first guests are sisters. They married men who just happen to be brothers. Now, Krista says her husband is so annoying she wants to put masking tape on his mouth. Kim says her husband absolutely drives her nuts. It is double trouble in this family. Take a look.
Girly boy.
Aaron! DrPhil, we are married to the most annoying men on the planet.
My husband is the most annoying person. He's loud.
We're moving in, like it or not, bro.
He snorts. He farts in public. It's horrible.
Krista can smell a mouse fart at 200 yards.
He didn't do that when we were dating.
Well, when you get married, you get your fart license back.
Oh, crap.
My husband, Lauren, is Aaron's brother. Lauren has been annoying me for the past 10 years, which is the length of time I've known him. Lauren literally thinks it's okay to pee in the shower.
It's not like you did a number 2 or anything. It just goes right down the drain.
Oh, the pimple picking. He stands in front of the mirror and gets a little needle and pops and picks all these little pimples.
Poke and a quick squeeze.
I think it's disgusting. Lauren acts real feminine. He has been known to skip through a parking lot at Walmart. I feel half the time like I'm living with a woman. I think the most annoying thing is Lauren smothers me.
I absolutely adore Kim. And if I say, you know, where's my sweetheart wife, it just drives them nuts.
Lauren does not refer to me by my name. I am always my wife, like I'm his property.
I don't see what the big deal is with me saying, hey, have you seen my wife? She is my wife.
A little bit further down.
They both have sex on their minds 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
Aaron likes to take pictures of my butt. I'll have him taking pictures of family. And I'll go to develop the film. Oh, there's my butt.
I'm gonna start a little photo album of butt pictures of her. We got quite a few of them.
Aaron is 36 going on 16.
That's just the way it is.
I speak to my children the same way I speak to my husband.
Lauren, that is disgusting.
I've gotten to the point where I've wanted to throw my hands in the air and walk out.
Our wives, Kim and Krista, are a little hypersensitive.
Maybe he will quit peeing in the shower.
Aaron and I are just regular guys. I think every other guy is probably just like us, and they're probably nodding their heads going, yeah!
DrPhil, we already have kids. Can you tell our husbands to grow up, please?
All right, so everyone's clear on who's who. Krista and Kim are sisters. Aaron and Lauren are brothers. Now, Krista is married to Aaron, and Kim is married to Lauren. You know, are these guys out of control, or are y'all just uptight and got no sense of humor?
I think they're out of control to a certain degree. I think there's times when I'm a little too uptight, but I think they cross the line a lot, and they don't know when to stop. And when they cross the line. They feed off of each other.
There is no line.
We're all four together for everything, and they feed off.
You
of
say
each
there
other.
is no line. You're saying that they feed off each other, and you say there is no line. Why is that?
Well, I mean, sure, there's a line, but we're not naked in public. We're not doing things like that. So
I think
we're
there's
not.
a line when you're farting and there's people standing around you that have to smell it. I mean, I think there's a line there.
No, I don't do that.
You do too.
I'm
You
like
did it on
alone,
the
and then
airplane.
you-
You did it on the airplane.
See, I get blamed. I don't do it, and then I get blamed.
Yeah.
See the grin? See the grin? That's
Yeah.
the fart grin. That's the fart grin.
And so, does it bother you guys at all that it bothers them, or do you just think that they're just...
They don't care.
I do think that
No.
they're a little hypersensitive sometimes.
You've got the Christmas yard art.
Yes, exactly.
performing oral sex on the lawn.
And they think it's so
It is
funny.
And they're all,
Now, wait, but let me clarify this. My wife did laugh at that.
What do you do with condoms in Walmart? What?
Nothing. That was a one-time
okay,
incident.
we're in Walmart. He sees a condom box that's different than normal, and so he reads it. It says Twisted Pleasure. He goes, woo! Twisted Pleasure, all right, let's get us some of those. People are around, and they're snickering and looking at him like, what an idiot.
And you're standing there.
And I'm standing there.
Kim, you've said this has gotten so bad that you've just thought, I'm just going to walk out of here.
Yes, it's gotten horrible.
Have you told him that?
I've told him, you're going to have to grow up.
And what do you say when she says that?
You know, at first, I honestly had no idea what she's talking about. You know, the penis shower, you know, I admit it happens, but it's, nobody knows. How, I still
How
don't
does
know
she
how
know?
did she find out?
Could you talk?
How
Because,
do you know?
wait a minute.
How did you find out?
Because when my daughter is standing there saying, I'm going to pee in the shower like Daddy told me to, I
read it out, but
Well, you know,
I found out.
when she's standing there, she's like, Daddy, I gotta go pee. Just go.
A lot of the things you do, you just say it's just a joke, right?
joke or a
Yeah.
guy thing or something like that. I mean,
But I got a definition of joke for you here, okay? If you look at the definition of a joke or humor, it's funny to somebody besides you. Okay? This is funny to somebody besides you. That's how you define a joke, see? I mean, sometimes I don't think she's laughing, is she?
No, no.
but I
Not at all.
She thinks that I've just got sex on the brain.
I can be unloading the dishwasher and he's like, hey, wanna do that naked?
I'm flirting with her, I'm being silly.
I feel like a piece of meat that some construction worker is oohing on over.
Well, we're talking to sisters who say they've married two very annoying brothers. Now, Krista says her husband, Aaron's sexual comments just aren't funny. Maybe they were a little funny years ago. They're not funny at all now. Aaron thinks Krista needs to lighten up and understand he's just trying to be romantic. Now, I want to run a word by y'all and see if this registers with you at all. Social sensitivity. Have you ever heard that word? I mean, you're saying I'm just being romantic.
I never said
Does
that.
she seem to swoon?
She seems to think that it's some sort of romantic gesture, but you know,
No,
I'm she seems to think that I think it's a romantic gesture or something. But if I say something like, "Oh, why don't you, if you're going to vacuum, just get naked, close the blinds," and and there's nothing. I don't think that there's anything wrong with that comment. I do not understand why she's offended by it.
Or every time he leaves the house, he says to me, when I get home, I want you ready and naked. That's inviting. I mean, that's not something, yeah, I'm going to be ready. I'm like, no, I mean, it's annoying.
Okay. Just color me just a dumb old country boy, but I just got to know, how's that working for you? I mean, how often have you come home and she's naked and ready?
Let me think about that.
I mean, do you see a correlation here between, this just doesn't ever seem to happen?
It's not anything that I necessarily expect to happen. I usually say these things in a joking manner. And,
Yeah.
And,
Well, do we need to put that back up?
Is it funny?
I think
Okay,
that...
if you're asking him if it's funny, if you want him ready and naked, okay. Okay, then maybe you're getting by coaching your wife, right?
I'm trying to be sensitive in a way with that because
You're correcting her grammar.
True.
You're correcting her pronunciation.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, sometimes it is hard to understand what she's saying, though.
Well, I just get things mixed up. I know what I'm trying to say, but I can't spit it out.
I've been married for 29 years. I've been together with Robin for 34. If you hear nothing I say all day, hear this. Don't coach and correct your wife. She doesn't want to hear it. She doesn't want to hear it. Because trust me, you keep that up, you'll be out in the yard with the yard art instead of in there with her. They don't like to be corrected. They don't like to be coached. All right, now, look, I understand that you guys have some pet peeves as well, right?
Oh,
Yes, thank you.
You hate people that nail bite. You hate people that chew with their mouth open. You hate people that lick their fingers when they eat.
Oh, yeah, the whole. That drives me nuts.
Yeah, okay. It's okay for you to clear a 50-yard radius around you in a store with people running for gas masks, but you don't like people lick. Okay, you hate slow drivers.
Yes.
Why would anybody go 35 and a 50? You hate being interrupted. You can't stand incompetence,
Right.
laziness, all of that. Well, you know what? I decided to give these brothers a taste of their own medicine. They just didn't know it. Jeremy, stand up if you would. Now, let me tell you why these guys are all of a sudden looking for the exit button. We hired Jeremy, who is actually an improv actor, to turn the tables on these annoying brothers.
And a damn good one.
So when he picked them up at the airport, let's just say that he took a while to get them back to the hotel. And I want to show you that we had some cameras in the limo. Now, we always have cameras in all of our limos. We have security cameras and that sort of thing. Now, you actually saw a couple of these cameras because there's no evidence to hide them, and so you taped them up. Can we have a quick look at them taping up the cameras? Just right here.
Good job.
Okay, but you notice we had other cameras watching you do that. You didn't find near all of them. We're talking about annoying family members here. Sisters Krista and Kim say they can't stand when their husbands, who happen to be brothers, just get gross, talk loud, make inappropriate sexual comments, and every other kind of offensive thing that you can do to someone's sensibilities. They too have pet peeves, correct? And I just went over some of those. And so with the help of Jeremy here, we had him pick you up at the airport disguised as a limo driver. And he did a few annoying behaviors. He was late to pick you up, incompetence. He turned off the air conditioner and turned on the heat. He stopped twice to use the bathroom, so he was both incompetent and incontinent. Did I pronounce that correctly?
Yes, you
Thank you. He took the long route to the hotel. He stopped at a gas station to look for his lost credit card. He rolled the privacy window up and down, stopped, got food, sat in the back with you and ate it, and then licked his fingers while he was eating. Okay, now. Okay. So what should take 45 minutes on a bad day took 2 hours. All right, let's take a look at the tape, and then Jeremy will chat about this.
Let me get the ladies in first. Guys, you sit on this back part. I'm not allowed to drive this thing yet.
Okay.
Oh, I like this a lot.
You guys want this? It's your first time here, keep it as a souvenir or something?
Will we see the Hollywood sign?
How do we kick the air on?
I think this thing is soundproof. You want me to put it up?
We need some air back here.
Let me put it up.
He's got all the power for this rear end turned off.
Can you hear me?
He had to turn the power on to raise the damn window, and that's why the air kicked on for a minute. He's got all the power off right here.
Is it soundproof?
Why are we at this light for this long?
What are we doing? What are we doing?
What are we doing now?
They didn't have a bathroom at that last gas station.
What? What?
He's gotta go to the bathroom.
If the hotel was right up the street, why couldn't he wait until we got to the hotel? Call the limo company. Hi, we're supposed to be on the show tomorrow. I have a big problem. We've been stuck in this damn limousine for an hour. We were going everywhere but the hotel. I'm getting ready to get out and hail a cab to take us to the hotel.
You guys want a Coke?
No, I don't. We want to get to the hotel yesterday. Let's go.
There's the Hollywood sign right there. I apologize.
Dude, don't even go there.
I'm sorry.
The thing you can do is stop talking.
That's the hotel right there.
There were too many things to mention about how annoying
Bye, guys. Have a good trip.
Now that's funny. But how funny was it to you at the time?
I was outraged.
So Jeremy, how were they to deal with?
When they first got there, they were really nice, but that changed real fast. When the air didn't come on, and I just kept saying, "Oh, it's on. It'll kick in a second," you know. I enjoyed the most, I think, bringing at the gas station someone selling incense over to the car. And I told them, well, these guys are in the back of a limo. They got money. They'll buy it from you.
Is there anything you won't do?
Well, I enjoyed, because these guys got a little taste of their own medicine. I don't care for being mean to people that don't deserve it.
You deserved it.
Thank you, Jeremy. Is it just possible that their experience of what you think is funny is exactly what your experience was that day in the limo?
No.
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 Well, first of all, we've never carried on about one thing for 2 hours at a time.
Oh,
And
really?
Really.
Your watch must not be working, because boy, I think we've had family get-togethers that you've carried on about stuff for.
Walk, walk, walk,
Yeah.
walk, walk in the kitchen.
We have to leave the kitchen to be able to have a conversation.
Yeah,
of
if
our
we're
own.
not talking about what they want to talk about and we're boring them, we're doing something really wrong. We talk about anything that's technical or talk about anything just under the sun that's not what's on their minds, then suddenly we're ruining the family event.
Well, now that's just being married, okay? You're not going to have the same interest, right? You're not going to have the same interest. But my point is that it seems like you guys have a really good attitude about life. It seems like you have a great relationship between you. It seems like you do have like a really great sense of humor. But, you know, that old saying, if mama ain't happy, ain't nobody happy. You just have to, what I'm trying to do here is give you a little self-preservation, because I'm a little further down the old trail than you guys are. And I'm just saying, sometimes we got to really stop and think how what we're doing is impacting other people. If this is the biggest problem that you ever have in your marriage, you got a smooth out home run. You said, I've been to the point where I just wanted to throw my hands up and walk out. No, you don't. No, you don't. What you want to do is just play that tape for them like 100 times going forward, so maybe they can go torment each other instead of tormenting y'all all the time, and then you can find a little balance to all this. What do you think?
Yeah.
I mean, because y'all have a good attitude, and you're fun. I mean, you really are, and I don't want to suggest that you're not. But you guys just want them to, like, take it outside sometimes, right? Just give it a break. Sarah says her mom, Becky, is the biggest loudmouth ever. Now, Becky says she's just opinionated, honest, and blunt.
I've never been in a fight over my mouth. I've never been hit or, you know.
Not yet.
Haven't we carried this far enough?
My mom, Becky, has the mouth of a sailor, and she isn't afraid to use it.
I annoy the hell out of people, but they still love me to death.
She has no inhibition.
I'm really using a lot of tongue in that, too. For years, I tried to be the person everybody liked and everybody got along with, till I figured out I didn't like everybody. I don't want to get along with everybody.
My mom will curse to anybody, whether it's the preacher that's standing there, her own mother. At my bachelorette party, she pulled out a game called Pin the Penis on the Man. My mom's behavior has affected my marriage.
My daughter's husband has a corncob planted up his as far as it'll go.
I don't take her jokes funny.
We were at my cousin's wedding, and I thought we were having a great time. The next day, I find out Joe is just mad at me. And I guess during the course of the evening, I kind of popped him on the knee and said, "Oh, you big." And, well, that was it, you know. I had embarrassed him in front of everybody. Come on, loosen up. Don't be so tight. I thought about recommending a good proctologist for him, actually.
Well, Sarah's not the only one who wants help with her mom. Her Aunt Karen also thinks Becky needs a wake-up call. Take a look at this and we'll talk.
I got this body and I intend to use every bit of it I can.
I believe that Becky's behavior and crude way that she speaks alienates people.
Oh,
Becky is very boisterous. She's very loud. Becky can be obnoxious to the point that no one wants to stay around her.
Man, those were stupid looking pants. I'm like the icebreaker in a room of uptight people.
Becky has never admitted to me that she drinks.
I do drink. Most of the time I'll have one or two. There's a place in town where I go and I walked in, looked around, I said, man, it's quiet in here. Everybody looked up, and of course one guy said, now that you're here, it won't be.
She thinks it's a joke or a funny.
My sisters do not believe in drinking, smoking, or cussing.
She does it for the shock.
I know they're Bible beaters and go to church 10 times a week and try to save every soul in the world, but we're not alike. It's not like I lie, steal, and cheat.
My hope is ultimately that she can find a new way of life.
What's up with this? You're intelligent enough to know that your behavior, in a lot of people's view, particularly, here's two people that love you, they're family members, that say this is offensive to people's sensibilities. And you say, I don't care, I'm gonna do it anyway. So what's your motive? What's your purpose?
My motive, my purpose is to have fun, and that's their opinion that it's offensive. Some people are like me and laugh at it. Some people are like them, and you know.
Yeah, but sometimes you're not just trying to be
have fun.
But sometimes you're not trying to be funny. Sometimes you're just blunt. You just don't tolerate people being dumb, and you just tell them what you think. So you're not trying to be funny. You're just trying to tell them they're idiots.
Well, I have so much space in my life for people. I really don't want stupid people in there. I want people I like to have fun with, and I don't want uptight. If they are, let them go their little uptight way and let the fun people come to me. I don't want stupid. I don't want uptight. I want to have fun.
Okay, and you say that you just don't mince words because you just don't want to waste time.
Exactly.
Now, you're unemployed.
Yes, I am.
For the last year.
Yes, I am.
So you're really busy. You just don't have time for people to not pick up the pace and get with you. Is that what it is, because you're so busy?
I stay busy, yes, I do. Looking for a job. That's a full-time job.
Okay. When you go for a job interview, do you interview?
Not in my regular personality, I don't. I'm very polite then, because I have to be. It's the situation.
Okay, and then once you get the job, what do they get?
And I get promoted quickly, and I learn my job well, and I do my job good, and I'm reliable.
Did you get run off for being foul-mouthed?
No, my job got outsourced to India. I worked in a call center talking to people and helping them with their insurance. I'm a very good people person.
Yeah. So what do you think, sis?
Just like you're seeing, she is a talker, and I don't want to change the fact that she talks. I just want to change the tone in which she talks.
All right, I'm going to ask Sarah what she thinks in just a second.
I have a mouth like a sailor. I'm honest, I'm blunt, and I don't beat around the bush. Oh, at $2.59 a gallon, I expect KY jelly on those pumps. When it went over $2, I wanted lawn chairs and lemonade. That's just ridiculous.
Well, we're talking about how to deal with crude family members. Now, Becky's known as a loudmouth, black sheep of the family. Her daughter Sarah says you can hear her coming from miles away. Now, Becky wants everybody to just lighten up and accept her for who you are, right?
Exactly.
And Sarah, you find that difficult to do?
At times. It's just the topics she chooses in public aren't always appropriate. She forgets when to stop talking.
You kicked Sarah's mother-in-law's boyfriend out of a Christmas celebration.
Somebody had to.
Went back in and grabbed your mother-in-law's crotch and said what?
You need to grow some woman. I mean, this guy had tried to move in with her. It took her 3 weeks to get him out after she said, no, you can't move in. And she's letting him walk all over, told him not to come for Christmas. She didn't want him there, spending it with their family. Then here they all come to my house, which is great. I love Joe and his family. His sisters, his brother, they all walk in. And here's this guy at the end. And I just stopped him and told him, no, you're not coming in. You were told not to come. Nobody wants you here. Lisa's like, oh, but he doesn't have anybody spend Christmas with. So I told her, hey, we're not the only ones that don't want to be around him. And he didn't come in, and he left. We dumped his stuff off the next weekend. He's been gone out of her life since. A lot better off, ain't she? I did that woman a bit. And I'll have you know, they've talked to me about having me do it to his sister's boyfriend that's now moved in with his mom. They use my powers. They use my powers.
You were at a work birthday celebration and they were having cake.
This is every birthday celebration
You
at work.
smeared white icing on your lips and came out and yelled, I got the promotion. Now, are you sure this is your sister?
Honestly, I remember her being there, and that's what I said. We grew up in the same household, but it was, with six years difference. There was a different way. She was the one who raised my twin sister and I just don't know where it comes from.
They're like mom, I'm like dad.
You got an overweight cousin, so you say, well, you've beaten the hell out of your anorexia.
Well, he put on like 30 pounds in 6 months. He knew he got fat. I wasn't surprising him with nothing.
Is there anybody or group of people you haven't offended within the last, say, month? What do you think about this, Sarah?
It's really embarrassing sometimes to be out in public and stuff just jumps out of her mouth. She usually speaks before she thinks.
What do you want her to do?
I just want her to tone it down, think about what she says before she says it, and not try to be the center of attention all the time.
And you agree?
I agree.
Well, you can pick your friends, but you're stuck with your family. Now, Sarah knows this all too well. For years, she's been dealing with what she believes to be a crude mom with a crude mouth and a crude way of being in a lot of situations. Now, you know that that's how they feel, right?
I know, yeah.
I asked Lauren and Aaron earlier, is there a point at which you have to say social sensitivity is a positive attribute? Not that you need to decide other people are going to pick your personality, other people are going to dictate what you do or don't do. But is there a point at which, as we all try to get along in the world, that we do have some sensitivity to other people's feelings?
I know there's a time and place. They're not usually with me in a time and place when I feel it necessary to control. I mean, there's been lots of times I've felt my toes tickle the back of my throat. I mean, I've done that more than once.
Okay, but what they're telling you is that it is embarrassing to them, that people do know you, they do know who you are.
It's me. If I'm embarrassed, I should be.
But they get painted with your brush. They get painted with your brush because this is your sister. And she is one of these people that is more conservative than you are. Your daughter is perhaps more conservative than you are. And so they get painted with that brush. So they go, oh, yeah, that's the daughter of the mother with the mouth.
And she states that outright.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. I'm the other one.
But does it matter to, because you got to weigh things. You got to weigh things. You got to say, would I rather shock people and be the center of attention and assess a price to my family, or would I rather moderate that some so they don't feel quite so reflected on by me?
I moderate a lot around her, as bad as she thinks it is.
I'm talking about in general.
Oh,
and whether you say you moderate it some or whether you don't, why do you think you need to be the center of attention? Because when you do things like at the birthday party, you might as well take those words out and walk out and say, look at me, pay attention to me. That's exactly what you're doing. You're saying, I want to be the center of attention, forget the party, pay attention to me. Why do you feel the need to do that?
A lot of people I do associate with and hang with are the same way, and we take turns being the center of attention. I hang with loud people. I don't hang around with these guys.
That's probably in self-defense.
Yeah.
But whether you're rotating out with some other loudmouths, why do you feel the need to take a turn? Why do you feel the need to be the center of attention instead of just be there?
That's just how I've always done it. I've just always been this way.
And you feel like you pick up the tab for that a lot. You have to pay for that behavior in terms of the way people respond to and regard you.
Right.
And your husband, and your in-laws, and the rest of your family, and your church, and your friends.
Yeah, you don't want to negate, you don't want to make her feel bad, but at the same time, how do you politely make up for that? And
is it possible that this doesn't reflect well on you either? Do you ever wonder?
At times, yes, it doesn't. I know that.
Do you ever wonder what people think or say about you when you're not around?
I can imagine sometimes.
I mean, and
but then again, like I said, I don't like everybody. It's okay if people talk bad about me.
I understand.
They're going to, even if I was Mary Poppins. They're going to say stuff.
I get that, but is it possible that what you're doing is in fact unbecoming to you, and it's not really what you want to do, but it's just driven by some need, some insecurity that causes you to have to be the center of attention? Wouldn't it be terrible if you figured that out and you look back and you went, oh my God, I cannot believe what I said to that waiter, or what I said to that clerk in the store? Is there ever a time when you think, you know, that's just a person out trying to make a living, and I just got in their face
But
and...
see, I don't say hurtful, mean things to people like that. I make weird comments and stuff, but I only say hurtful, mean things to stupid people that's, involved with me.
could you imagine how much good she could do, how many people she could affect with that type of personality that she has?
Yeah, but you don't want to be a do-gooder.
I ain't no Bible beater, No.
You ain't no Bible beater.
I ain't no Bible beater.
You've probably heard that old joke, how many psychologists does it take to change a light bulb? And the answer is only one, but it's got to really want to be changed. I'm just curious. With Aaron and Lauren, we talked about being a little more sensitive, just socially sensitive to how things are being received by the audience of Kim and Krista. If you think that they've gotten a little bit of an idea that they need to make a switch and they're going to do something different, raise your hand. Raise it real high, since there aren't very many of you, so I can say, I'm just curious. Okay, is there anything I said that had any effect on either one of you that might cause you to moderate your behavior to make it more comfortable for these girls?
Well, certainly we don't want to hurt feelings and offend. That's not the goal. The goal is just to be humorous. And so if I think that perhaps there is a line, and that the line is drawn when people start getting their feelings hurt or start being offended by what's going on. And then it's definitely time to back away.
Yeah, I think, from my perspective, there's never a point in time that I want Kim to be upset with me. So, when we're cutting up, I think I'm probably going to try to stop and think, because, she gets the look, And when she starts the look, maybe I need to kind of go, I'm going to back away from this a little bit, try to keep her from getting there.
Robin has grown up in a house full of boys. And look, I'm a jock. I played football in grade school, junior high, high school, and college. I've been in a locker room. You can't say anything. You might could, but you can't say anything. That would like shock me. And Robin grew up in a house full of boys, and because it'd be me, Jay, Jordan, and then they would have their friends around, and I might have some friends around. And just every once in a while, she would just say, excuse me, girl in the room, take it outside, because, so we'd have to kind of, and you've really enforced that from day one, right?
Oh, yes.
Yeah, and the boys, I think, have adjusted to that.
I have the look.
Yeah, and just really last week, I heard, girl in the room, and I knew the boys were in the kitchen with their mother, and so something was getting a little out of sorts. So, sometimes you just have to remember girls versus guys. Does anybody think I've said anything that has affected her attitude at all? Raise your hand. Okay. Is that true? Have I said nothing?
I'm still a big fan. Just because you couldn't help me.
And I do appreciate that. How I don't particularly want you speaking for me or quoting me in your dialogue or whatever with other people, but I do appreciate you watching privately.
Since I'm not working, what else have I got to do?
Yeah, that's right. But you know, the thing I'm trying to say is I want you to understand that there is a difference between assertiveness and aggressiveness. Do you have a story or a question for me? Click the link in the description and tell me what in the world is going on.